Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
the
Good
recording
af
has started.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving us the chance to interview you. To begin with the interview, the first and foremost basic question that we had was, can you walk us through your journey and how everything has been for you?
Uh, my journey mostly revolves around education because, as you already know, I'm a differently abled person. But I was lucky enough that it started a bit late in my life. I was able to complete my education, most of it, at least the basic schooling level. And thanks to the
Mm-hmm.
support I got from my parents, my teachers, I was able to complete the remaining part. And still, I am studying, but I have also started teaching because I was inspired by my struggles as a regular student and as a differently able student as well. So I realized that a lot of us are not getting the opportunity to study simply because we lack infrastructure. Forget about the support system and all, the basic infrastructure is not in place. So people are not able to go to school. I was inspired that at least I should go out so that people see that not only as students but as working professionals also we are suffering and there's a lot to be done.
That's so true, ma'am. There's so much that is still left to achieve. And I'm sure we're walking in that direction slowly but gradually.
Yes.
Yeah. So, ma'am, we went through your resume and it was such a mind-blowing thing to understand that you've studied so much. Like you've done your MCom, you've done B.Ed, and now you're even pursuing BA. So that's like such an achievement to be. And so that is what is taking you in that direction and on such a constant basis.
That's purely my desire to learn as much as possible. Everyone has one or the other passion. I also had a lot before getting this problem, this health issue. After that, I realized that even if my previous passions were not possible, I'm still eager to do something. So I diverted my attention to learning.
So beautiful, ma'am. That's so much to learn then. So nice. Ma'am, so next that we had was ki, what difficulties have you faced on a societal level?
A lot. A lot,
Yeah.
but let's summarize it by saying that initially I was not getting the infrastructure. Like I still had to climb stairs while I was going for giving exams. And thankfully, the teachers were supportive. Some of the colleges were supportive, so they allowed me to take exam in different rooms at ground floor. Some of them even allowed me to go to their home to study and have extra practice because I was unable to attend the classes on third floor. So you can imagine that would have been really difficult without that support, that type of support.
Oh my God. I can totally, I can just imagine, but not, nobody can relate to what, what problem that comes through. That's so true. So, ma'am, next question that we had was since you've worked with so many schools and organizations, and you're also a part of a lot of schools right now and you're teaching, so what is your experience like?
Uh, Thankfully, I've come across some of the organizations that have been helping me continuously. Because, see, we talk about ability and empowerment, but that happens only if you on a daily basis. That's not a once in a blue moon type of thing that, okay, you have hired a different level person, you are good enough, a nice person, that's it. No, that will require a daily struggle, a daily presence, and readiness to help that person wherever possible. And see, if I'm getting the support, that also means that I'll be giving what I have, I'll be giving my maximum contribution. Thankfully, that is working till now. A lot of organizations have been helpful, have been there to employ me and give me equal platform. Not less, I'll not say less at all. They have given me equal platform with other
Mm.
able bodied teachers.
That's so beautiful. I think it's just in your stars to have such, be associated with so many amazing organizations and schools. Ma'am, also
Yes.
one thing that we had in mind was when we hear somebody with disability, people tend to become very over empathetic and they try to overcompensate with their emotions. So how acceptable do you find that?
Uh, that's okay. That's good of people that they are trying to be that much helpful. But I would personally feel it's always good to ask questions first. and I'm open to question whatever question anyone has. Any random people meeting me on the street or anyone, I answer as many questions as possible, because I believe that's how they'll come to know about my struggle, or people in general who have one or the other issue. And
Mm.
honestly, in my view, it is not limited to physical issues. People have mental issues. I've had some students who had one or the other mental issues, like they were depressed, not the big mental issues, they were just depressed about one or the other thing. Thankfully they were able to open up to me, because of my
Mm.
disease they felt I also must be facing one or the other issues or problems. They were able to relate. That happens only if you ask questions. So I as a person will be able to give you the required emotional support you need, and if you ask me, I'll be able to tell what I need from you, and that will work good, I guess.
Yeah, your resume in fact mentions that you're open to questions and more information regarding anything that that person that comes person. So
Yes.
yeah, that's nice. So ma'am, the next question that we had was, what was the lowest point in your life and how did you overcome that?
The lowest point in my life was my 10th standard, honestly, because at that time my disease was diagnosed. Before that, we only thought it was some kind of weakness which will go away. At that time, I came to know this will stay for my entire life and this will actually progress. So, that transition from a normal person having some illusion that it is just a normal weakness to accepting that this is going to degrade, this is going to stay for the entire life, was a very drastic change for me. And that reflected in my result also in my studies. Combine that with change of school, change of people around me. So that was a difficult time.
Yeah, I feel so sorry for you to go through that, but I think you've come out so much stronger and so much empowered and independent. So, that's the reason we're here and we're so inspired by you, in fact.
It
So, yeah.
I've been lucky to get the support, because see, if I have support of some people, 10 standard basically means I was about 15, 16 years old. And if I wouldn't have had the support of friends and family, my teachers, then I wouldn't have been able to cope with this. Support system is very, very important. Even if you don't know what to tell me, just say I'm there. You do what you want to do. You do what you think is best. Even if you fumble, fall down, I'll be there to hold you, help you get back up. That support is very important. I was lucky enough to get that, and that's why I'm here, where I am today.
That's so true, ma'am. That's so true. So, ma'am, the next question that we had was that do you think your planning process is different from others? And if yes, how do you plan your process, your schedule, and your everyday targets to meet?
That's definitely very different than others, because I have to plan for even basic things like my water consumption, my food consumption, because I have to keep in mind where I'll be getting the washroom or not, to bigger things like how many things I'll be able to carry, or where I'll be able to get the required help in carrying the weights and bags, to how I'll be able to manage with the cold weather and stuff. So, yes, it requires a lot more planning for me, at least for me. I don't know about other people,
Mm,
because
yeah,
mostly in case of differently able, especially who have one or the other muscles affected, they tend to feel cold, and that's why we have more issues in the cold conditions. So all that requires a bit more planning, and for that what I try to do is I try to manage accordingly. I'll try to have my different schedules fixed in a way that is able, that is possible for me, and gives me the required break also in between. Break is an
yeah.
important part.
Indeed, ma'am, that's so true. So, ma'am, the next question that we had in mind was, what's a superpower to achieve this success, or what's the uniqueness that led you to here?
The motivation or the desire to do something, whatever drives you, whatever makes you happy, keep doing that. Even if the thing is making you just slightly happy, go for it. Don't leave it and keep it aside. If it is giving you even 1% of happiness or even a hint of happiness, magnify it, intensify it, and simply go grab it. That's what I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's so much to learn then that grab on the happiness that comes your way. Like just keep the doors open to no matter what.
Yes,
Yeah.
because if I look at my journey, initially I was very much into dance. I was an active cyclist. I used to cycle at least 10 to 15 kilometers a day. Even today, I
Yeah.
dream of being at least fit enough, recover enough that I'll be able to cycle inside my home, the exercise cycle. But
Yeah.
still trying to get that doesn't mean I've left my other hobbies. I've read about 150 novels till now.
Wow. Oh my
uh,
God.
that's just a small number. I want to read a lot more. So I've just shifted what I want to do. I haven't stopped wanting to do things. I've just changed the things that I want to do. That's what keeps me motivated, keeps me going.
Wow, ma'am. That is amazing. I think there's so much to take from here. As in, targeting on one particular thing and achieving, getting the fullest out of that. I think that is so much required. And we miss out on so much. We have 100 options and probably we don't end up choosing anything at all.
Yes.
So, yes, that's so true. So, ma'am, the next question that we had was, can you throw some light on the awards or recognitions that you've received so far?
No, I haven't been so lucky yet. I'm pursuing in that direction. But yes, I've
Yeah.
published my poems in one of the organization's anthology. I received an award there. That was the starting. I can say that is the starting. Hopefully, I'll get
Wow.
many more.
Ma'am, definitely out of everything that you've told us so far, it's beyond my capacity to let you know that there's so much that comes our way and would definitely, be in your stars as well. So, ma'am,
Thank
the
you.
last question that we had in mind was what was the inspiration for your success story or the motto of your life? So, probably a quote that you keep remembering or you say to yourself that keeps you going on.
I would like to talk about two things here. First was in my school days, I felt was a wow quote was listen and learn from everyone, because no one knows everything, but everyone knows something. So I try to listen, I try to observe and acquire things as and when possible. Of course, I don't have all the learnings in my mind all the time, but I keep refreshing them. And that's what helps me daily, on a daily basis. The other thing that this health issue has led me to understand is because of this health issue, now I have better understanding of struggles of other people. So I shouldn't be looking it as something that is bad or depressive. I should be happy that now I have more of wisdom and understanding to be helpful to someone else in the same situation. Because now I know how it feels, I'll be able to maybe relieve some pain, relieve some sadness in others' life because I know I've been here. I'll be able to give the required support up to some extent at least. So it's all
Wow.
about your outlook, how you take it.
That's awesome, Mom. That's amazing. And there's so much that I think we've learned so much from you, even in this short time. And this would definitely stay with us for a very long time. And it was a beautiful experience interviewing you. Ma'am, do you wish to share something with us, or do you wish to throw some light on any wisdom that you've more to impart on?
I would only say that, first of all, it was an honor that you have given me the chance to be here. Thanks to you both. And the other thing that I would say that I would like everyone to think upon, not to know, but to think upon, is that if you want others to be equal to you, of course, there's going to be one or the other factor that you'll have to give extra support in. But that support should not be handicapping. That support should not be the way that the person becomes habitual of it. You just make the person capable, like the quote says that you give a man a fish, you feed him once, you teach him fishing, you feed him forever. So I believe that we need drastic changes, and that change should start from education. That's why I went in this field, that if you educate a person, make him or her capable, the rest will be taken care of. You will not need to be there for entire life. And that's why DORAI Foundation also believes in empowering the individuals, inclusive growth and inclusive development. That's what I believe should also be done throughout the world.
Wow. Ma'am, these learnings would definitely go for a long way. It's not ending here for sure. You're very active on social media, and this interview would definitely go live there as well. And I'm sure there's so much that we'll all keep in minds and in our hearts for a long time now. So, ma'am, on
Thank you.
behalf, thank you so much, ma'am. So, ma'am, on behalf of the DORAI Foundation, we have a small token of love for you. Pranjal, can you share your screen?
Yes, once again.
Yes, thank you. Ma'am, this is basically to certify you that you were here for participating in this interview taken by DORAI Foundation, and we're extremely grateful for this opportunity and for your appearance here.
Irene, the pleasure is all mine. I am really thankful to you both for giving me this opportunity, for honoring me this much. Thanks to you both.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Pranjal, can you turn on your camera so we can take a picture?
Good afternoon, ma'am. That was a
Good
really
afternoon,
nice
Pranjal.
interview.
Thank you.
Should I take the picture?
Yes.
Okay, done, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you so
guys.
much,
Thanks
ma'am, for
again.
your time here. And we'll surely stay connected on WhatsApp, and I'll definitely forward you the all the formalities that we do next. And thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thanks
ma'am.
to you. Pleasure.
Recording,
बढ़िया यार, क्या मस्त इंटरव्यू लेती हो
Re
बे तुम.
recording.